There are some stories that are not about miracle or great victories or massive crowd cheering. They are about being alone and choosing to stay righteous when the world around you collapses. This is the story of Lut alayhi salam. He was a prophet, but not just any prophet. He was sent to a people who had sunk in one of the darkest levels of sin ever recorded. A society consumed by desires, one where evil wasn't just hidden, it was proudly celebrated. Lut didn't just witness immorality, he watched as it became the norm. Where people no longer felt shame, where sin was dressed up as freedom. He stood among them, he spoke to them, he warned them again and again. Do not commit such immorality no one preceded you has ever committed. Indeed, you approach men with desire instead of women. You are a people transgressing beyond bounds. He admonished them. But they didn't care. They laughed. They dismissed him. Bring us the punishment of Allah if you are faithful, they yell at him. They didn't just reject Lut, they rejected morality itself. And when that happens, it is not just sin anymore, it is rebellion. Rebellion against Allah. Lut was isolated. He was mocked. He was surrounded by a people so deeply lost. He didn't join them. He didn't water down the truth. He stood firm, even when the people closest to him, including his own wife, sided with corruption. Yes, his own wife. She chose society over submission. She chose crowd over the covenant. And Lut alayhi salam, he still stood his ground. Then came the angels. They arrived, disguised as handsome young men. Lut saw them and feared for their safety, because he knew what kind of people he lived among. He pleaded with his people. He tried to protect his guests. Here are my daughters, if you must act. He offered them, subhanallah. But they refused to listen. They were too far gone. Their hearts were sealed. Their minds were corrupted. And that night, their fate was sealed too. The angels revealed themselves. They told Lut to leave, to take his family, except his wife, and flee in the night. Do not look back, they warned him, because what was coming was a punishment that no one had ever seen before. Stone rained from the sky. The ground flipped. A city was destroyed, not just for their sin, but for their arrogance in justifying it. Now stop. If you are enjoying this story and you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe to the guided path. It truly encourages me to keep sharing more inspiring Islamic stories like this one. Your support means a lot, and together we can keep reviving the lessons from the lives of the prophets, like the story of Prophet Lut we are reflecting on today. Jazakumullahu khairan. This story is heavy. This story is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Because we live in a time where speaking the truth is seen as hate, where upholding modesty is called backward, where standing on Islamic value feel lonely. But Lut alayhi salam shows us something powerful. Sometimes you will stand alone, but that doesn't mean you are wrong. Sometimes the whole world will call your obedience strange. But the only approval you need is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This story is not just about a destroyed city. It's about you. It's about me. It's about every Muslim who chooses to stay upright in a crooked world. It's about those who guide their modesty, who lower their gaze, who say no when everyone else says yes. It's about every soul that hold onto Islam when it feels like letting go would be easier. It's also about hope, because while Lut was surrounded by sin, Allah protected him. He didn't need the majority. He had his message, he had his mission, he had his Lord. So if you ever feel outnumbered, misunderstood, or mocked for your belief, remember Lut alayhi salam, a man who lived in the middle of a storm but walked out untouched because he chose to obey, even if it meant walking alone. And to those who feared being cancelled, remember, society may cancel you, but Allah will never, if you stay true to Him. Assalamu alaikum.